Hello, time travelers, and welcome to the Aging Journey podcast, where we explore aging and time in tabletop roleplay games. Content warnings are listed in the description below. Enjoy the journey. All right, we are back again following our prominent Chicago crew, the Piers, who run a not-so-legitimate lake touring company and have had an unfortunate 48 hours at this point, as we are now at night. So quick recap of our world in the 1931 fantasy Chicago. Last episode, half of the gang went to help Gerald and the doc. That was Seamus and Betty. And the other half went to the northern left-hand territory, which was Eric and Lawrence. They also took a radio to keep in contact. Seamus and Betty saved the doctor. They also avoided fighting a giant beetle, definitely the one that befriended Liv, because they found Liv encased in a, let's say, a protective cocoon. Except for it's within its own meat, which was interesting. Meanwhile, Eric and Lawrence came across basically a dead city where the northern left hand had their headquarters, but they also found a scavenger named Timothy. Timothy turned out to be a Russo stooge who was basically ordered to find an axe that was made by Geraldine. You guys don't really know why. He did say that everyone in the city, everyone under the Russos, are being ordered to, do different things. He was ordered to figure out where the axe was. But he also said that no one has really seen either of the Russos in the last 2 days or so in person. Continuing you guys' investigation, you both also found a letter that was written in code that gives you the location of a place in the sewers. And then you also kind of noticed that Geraldine seems to be on a warpath. They had made their way out of the sewers and towards the Russos' territory. But you two decided to turn back in hopes of finding a sign of Kallie somewhere in one of the back rooms of the sewers. Just as Seamus and Betty make it back to the hospital with Gerald, and they, at the last scene, received word that Gerald had woken up, Eric then finds what's left of Kallie, a severed hand. And this is where we come back to today's episode. Let me see this. So, just a few moments ago, there was chaos, but now as night finally falls on day 2 of you all having come together, you are realizing that the city is finally, for the first time, quiet. You're all inside the hospital, and Liv has already been taken to the back so that she can get worked on by the doctors. And you have gotten some good news that Gerald has made it through his kind of impromptu surgery. I mean, he already had surgery, but then he had extra surgery to sort of help nothing get infected. And so he is awake. I'll say you guys have been in the hospital kind of like you were waiting for a while and then you got the news. So that time jump was like, I'll say 6 hours. So it was nighttime when you guys got in here, and now it's coming up to be like 5, 6 a.m. in the morning. and the streets outside are dead quiet. The hospital inside is also dead quiet and almost empty. And so where we guys left off, you guys have just been informed of this at the hospital. But before we have you guys go back into the hospital room, and before we see what's going on with Kallie's severed hand, we're going to do a quick flashback to about 48 hours ago, when on the dance floor of the Candy Cane, which is Fatima's club, Cesar, Kallie, Raymond, and Liv, you all stood shoulder to shoulder with every remaining head of the syndicate. The moment that Asphira stepped forward and showed her true form and explained to everyone that in truth, everyone in the city were, doubles in a world that she had come from, shit hit the fan real quick. If you guys don't remember what Asphira looks like, she is like 9 feet tall, thin, featureless face, pale, thin fingers with long fingernails that basically are claws. She looks terrifying, and usually when you see her true form, you are terrified. And so, unfortunately, that was the response of everyone in the room. Screaming, guns were drawn, everyone was backing away in horror. People were running like rats caught in a cage. It was basically seconds away from everyone tearing each other apart, because, your group, the Piers, while you guys didn't understand what Asphira truly was, you understood that she was trying to explain, something about what was going on right now and not trying to harm anyone. So it's kind of like you guys, Asphira against everyone else. It was absolute carnage for about 5 minutes of insanity before something worse arrived. A tall figure, cloaked in shadow. They wore a long black robe that kind of brushed the floor. Pale face, smooth, with no features. And this person, you finally all got a name. He didn't say it himself. Standing next to him is a shorter, look to have been someone from maybe the city, but instead of them looking, like normal, like everyone else, they look rotted, like the flesh is rotting off of them. And they have these huge bulging red eyes. And they speak for the man in the robe. And they simply say to everyone in the room, his name is K, and he offers you salvation. That didn't go over well either. However, one thing you all did decide in that moment was that even though there was a bit of a shock about Asphira, it was clear that this was the enemy. One of these wise men, you had finally gotten a name from him. His name was K. And everyone turned on him. Guns, fear, everything. And then it proceeded to be, unfortunately, a second bloodbath. You guys had already been in the first one at Asphira's, and then there's a second one. And this is where we will go into Cesar's mind as he also wakes up in the hospital after have gone through surgery and have been rehabilitated. Cesar, your memory of events are kind of fractured. You kind of remember flashes of things that happened throughout the night. You mostly remember, like, at first at this party, a thick, like, whip of some kind cracking through the air. You remember Randolph being split clean in two by it. His body collapsing into pieces on the red floor of the Candy Cane. You remember Liv stepping in front of you at some point, something flying towards you and hitting her. and she folds over in pain and screams. And then you see darkness for a while. And then your memory comes back again. Now you're underground. You're in the sewers. You're running or walking somewhere. Liv is over your shoulder limp. Raymond is ahead of you, running. He's shouting something you can't hear or perhaps you can't remember. And then it goes dark again. Then your memory comes back again. This time, you're by yourself. There's no Liv. There's no Raymond. You are holding something. You're holding an arm, a hand. You look down and you can see Kallie's face. You're holding her arm. It's slipping out of your hand. You see she's desperate. You can kind of hear the sound of that crack again, that whip. And then you fall backwards and hit your head on something metal. And blackness again. And then fluorescent light as you open your eyes. There's a sharp smell of like antiseptic. And surprisingly, you see someone standing over you. And it is a once handsome, now he looks real rough, Gerald. You can kind of tell right off the bat that somehow you have made it to the hospital. And Gerald is kind of looking over at you. He has an arm in a sling. He's wearing a hospital gown himself, but he has a little smirk on his face as he looks down at you. And he just goes, "Holy shit. I almost thought you would die in there."
I thought so too. Hospital?
Yeah.
Which one?
I don't know. I woke up here too.
I feel not good.
Yeah, you look like shit.
I feel like it. The others here?
He kind of nods his head back and forth. There's a moment where you can tell that he's not sure how to say what he wants to say to you. So you can kind of tell that he thinks it, but just goes, I haven't seen anybody yet. So I just woke up.
This has been a terrible few days. How long has it been?
He kind of looks at the clock. Early morning of day 3 of this shit show, I think.
Well, that's not good.
Yeah. To you probably have 8 hours max of memory.
That's not good. Who's still kicking? Who's still alive?
At this point, his little smirk falters. And he just kind of gives you a slow head nod. No. As if to say, he doesn't think anybody.
What's the, how are things in the street? What are the docks looking like? What are our assets? What are our tools?
Cesar, my friend, if I had that answer for you, we'd be plotting right now. It's, I hate to say it out loud, but, it's not looking good.
I'll start to try and get up out of the bed.
You are connected to a little monitor, and you have blood going into you, and so he kind of comes up and he doesn't touch you, but he kind of puts his hand up. Relax. I think you were here before me, and you look worse than me.
Yeah, I've probably seen some worse stuff too, I'm guessing at this point. I don't know. Where were you at last when this all kicked off?
It's in the sewers.
Ah.
Met up with Raymond.
Oh.
We got into some trouble, but not the fun kind.
What, more of your dog creatures?
No. These were something else. I think. I don't know. I honestly thought I didn't make it out. Kind of surprised to have woken up.
Yeah, you and me both.
At this point, you two can hear voices walking down the hall. And you have about a moment before someone comes in. And he kind of comes over to your bedside. Listen, you wouldn't happen to know where Kallie or Liv are, would you?
Last I saw, not in good place. Not in all their pieces.
Shit.
Yeah. Good to be alive, though. What a great day to be alive.
He is about to say something when you two are interrupted. Betty and Seamus, you two lay eyes on a Cesar who's awake. He's lying in bed, but he's, up. And a Gerald who, surprisingly, is standing. He looks rough, but he's standing, and he's standing next to an awake Cesar.
Hey now, Gerald, you get back in bed now. You know you had surgery twice already. Do you want to make it a third time? Come on, get back in bed.
All right.
Well, ain't you a sight for sore eyes, Mr. Cesar? We've been looking all over for yous.
Hey, Betty. Sounds like things ain't so good out there, are they?
Hell no, everything's on fire. Literally. We lost most things except the boat. The boat's still there. And everybody's missing. Like every single leader of every single gang, they're all missing except you and Miss Liv.
Oh, well, that's good to hear, I guess.
Oh, and I guess Gerald, I guess you were a leader, huh? Okay, Gerald too.
Wait, you found Liv?
We did, in a very peculiar way.
Where is she?
Well, she's in the hospital now, but she was inside of a really big bug.
What?
Yeah, I told you it was strange.
Oh, wait, bug. How big a bug, eh?
Like, bigger than Miss Liv. Like, we 3 people and unconscious Gerald rode on top of this bug. Back to the hospital.
That's a big bug. Can't
What
say
the
I've seen one that big.
hell is happening to this city?
I
Hell.
don't know. It's like we went in through a portal into another dimension that's somebody's dream nightmare. I don't know. We also found this here thing for you, Cesar. Seamus, why don't you show him the big dumb axe?
Alright. Here you go, Mr. Cesar. That's a big axe. Where'd you guys get this?
Gerald at this point looks over. It is my axe.
Yeah, we're supposed to get it to Mr. Cesar for some reason.
What?
Nah,
Geraldine told you that?
Don't remember who told us that, but somebody told us that Raymond wanted Cesar to have this, and I don't know who did it.
The doctor told you.
The doctor told us.
Gerald just kind of nods. All right. Well, I got some things to do. See if I can get a hold of any of my boys out in the city.
We got 2 of ours down in the sewer still, looking for any signs of Mr. Raymond or our other friends. They were looking for Geraldine specifically, so maybe when they get back, they'll have news about Geraldine.
Yeah. Well, hopefully they all got out of those sewers.
Why? What's down there?
Well, apparently big bugs from what you're saying.
Well,
Yeah.
that was a good bug, though.
No, that's surprising, but that's not the problem.
You mind enlighten us then? Tell us what it is.
The guy.
Okay.
You don't remember?
Oh, I remember a guy.
He's got these I don't know things. They're like long whips or something. Cut you in half.
Yeah, he did Randolph in like that. Or Rudolph. Or Randolph, I can't tell at this point.
Poor guy. What a way to go.
It wasn't pretty. Yeah.
So you guys are saying there's something worse than the guys the like white-faced guys that we can shoot with bullets and nothing happens?
Cesar kind of looks at you confused because he wasn't at Asphera's place, so he's not 100% sure what you're talking about. Cesar, though, you would know that they are the same thing.
No, those guys are one the same. So you guys, you've been facing these ones?
Yeah, well, kinda. We unloaded a good clip of bullets into them and then ran away because they didn't die.
Sounds about on par for the course at this point. I'd recommend avoiding facing off if you can. And that's coming from me.
We'd love to, but they're all over the city burning the whole thing down.
Cesar, make a brains roll.
Oh, great.
As Betty says this.
All
DC, I think it's going to be a 3 or 4.
Right. Feasible. Oh, 3. Nice.
Okay.
Nice.
I think you realize as she continues to talk, she's not talking about the same thing. So you and Gerald are talking about the same thing. And Betty is talking about something else. You aren't sure what she's talking about. You're talking about going up against one of the wise men themselves. She's talking about something else. There's apparently multiple of things that can't die that are roaming around the city.
Seamus, take notes of this, alright? We'll need a complete description of whatever you guys saw. Because that's not what I've been dealing with.
So there is something worse then.
There's a whole bunch of weird shit happening. Don't forget about the were-rats.
Oh yeah, but we haven't had any trouble with them since like all this happened.
Well, that's because I had a bit of a racket going, and I shipped them all up to the north side. At the time, I didn't know this was going to be a whole thing, so I obviously wouldn't have done that. But
Tanya.
yeah,
Was the north side of the city also on fire?
So, no.
Huh.
And you guys went up to Geraldine's, which is the north left hand. Gerald doesn't know what happened to the north left hand's base yet.
And we don't either yet.
Yeah. Wait, I thought Eric, I don't know if Eric and Lawrence, when they contacted you to say that they were going to go and try to go back in the sewers, if they told you about the city.
I don't think so, because we were in a hurry to get to the hospital.
I don't think we did.
Okay. So based off of what Gerald knows, there was a whole thing where he was doing a deal, and Raymond knew about it, but he was trying to, do some dealing across the city, and he was basically capturing these strange creatures, these mare rats, and he had a manifesto of like where their pockets were so that he could capture them, and then he would keep them in a holding place, and then he would ship them to whoever got them. And he basically had his last order was a huge order. It was like a big deal. He was trying to cut Raymond into it when all this shit happened, but that never happened. And the big order was from the Russos.
Oh no.
Right.
Well,
that's not good.
Maybe that's why the north side of the city isn't on fire.
That's Russo territory, so if they're the ones in charge of all this, I'm not surprised.
Well, look, I don't know. You might want to wait for Liv to get back on her feet, but as soon as she does, you guys can meet me up at Geraldine's. I'm gonna head out as soon as I can. I gotta make sure she's okay and make sure Raymond got to wherever the hell he was going.
Yeah, where was he going? We tracked him a little bit, but then we lost him.
It's a long story, or maybe a short one. And I only know snippets of it. All I know is when Raymond met me, he was by himself. But he told me about the wise men. What was his name? K, I think it was.
Sounds about right.
So basically, once I learned about all that, we decided to figure out, I guess, a plan. And the first thing was to get Geraldine's weapon, because she makes good stuff. But that's about as far as we got.
Is there anything special with this axe over here?
I mean, it's a really good axe, I think. Generally, you shouldn't be able to wield it very easily, so kind of impressive that Pipsqueak over here was able to pick it up.
Well, Seamus is good people.
Yeah, he was shamed into it.
Oh, okay. That's interesting. Geraldine made the axe. Unfortunately, I didn't get to meet up with her so that she could explain, how we can use it a little bit more efficiently. But once I do meet up with her, I'll get proper instructions.
All right. Well, you stay as safe as you can, I guess. We'll have to figure out where to go from here.
You want a sip of booze before you go? Here you go.
He takes it from you. You always know what to do when I'm feeling frazzled, Betty. Thank you.
That's my job. Raymond was easily frazzleable.
That he is. You guys be careful out there. And
As careful as we can be.
and he makes his way to another area so that he can find some clothes, and he will make his way up to Geraldine's place. And now it is just you guys.
Who do we have still standing that you guys know about?
The secretary, she's alive. She's hiding in a safe place. Me, Seamus, Lawrence, and Eric, and Miss Liv, but she's unconscious at the moment.
All right, that's it.
Yeah. Most everybody's like trying to put out fires or dead. We tracked down Raymond, he's the one that left this axe with Gerald for use. But he disappeared after that, and then I don't know what happened to the others. Like, I don't even know how we found Miss Liv. That was wild happenstance.
Well, hopefully luck's on our side then. We are, with those kind of numbers, we're gonna need it. Do we have any contact with our informants, our street people?
I have this radio, and I can call the guys under the sewer, maybe? It might be too far. I don't know how far this radio goes.
Well, we'll need resources, weapons, information, whatever we can get.
I think there's a few safe houses left, but I don't know how much weapons we got.
Apparently one axe. And I'm guessing, Seamus, you still have your scissors on you, so at least we got that going for us.
And I got a couple of my guns.
That's good.
Eric had a gun. Did Lawrence have one? I don't think Lawrence had one.
What, the old guy?
Yeah, the old guy. Yep.
Well, glad he's still kicking around. Where's my clothes, anyway?
They were mostly burnt, but we got you these. Yeah.
I think it's at this point, Cesar, that you do actually realize that the reason why you were actually kind of worse off than Gerald is not only did you have some like internal issues for surgery, horribly broken bones, you have a lot of lacerations on you, but you also are covered pretty much neck to like your lower, like your upper thigh, I would say, like neck to upper thigh with bandages.
Yeah, you were kind of on fire a little bit.
I'm really not doing good, am I?
No, and I don't got none of them healing potions or anything. Just a little liquor in this flask.
That's a healing potion for me. Okay.
Betty, go ahead and make a brains roll.
Oh no. She's better.
We'll say the DC will be a 6.
Okay. I got a 4.
Okay. There is something sticking up, like something that seems to have an indentation in the bandages, that it's like on Cesar's left side of his chest. Like it's under the bandages, but it's weird.
Hang on a second. Rip.
Hey, watch that.
I don't know, I'm looking.
You rip the bandage off.
Yep.
Can you look gently?
That's not my forte.
Underneath is a marble pin. It is very charred and it's like set into his skin as if his skin had grown around the edges of it. It's the shape of a polar bear.
You got a pin in your chest. It looks like a polar bear.
What is it, shrapnel or something?
Your skin is growing over top of it. I do not think that it was shrapnel. Is this a part of you? Can I squish it?
do I feel anything from it?
No. You don't feel anything.
What happens when she squishes it?
It feels like a hard like quartz because that's what it's made of. Marble quartz. I mean, so you tap it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Is it just solidly in there and it doesn't move?
Yep.
That's weird.
There's a lot of weird going on. Okay, so
maybe we can activate it. Go polar bear.
Nothing
Magic
happens.
Polar bear.
Nothing happens.
I summon the power of the Arctic. Nothing?
Nothing happens.
Damn it.
As Cesar gets dressed and Betty tries to activate this strange pin in his chest, we will go and see how Eric and Lawrence are dealing with seeing a severed hand that is clearly Kallie's in the depths of the sewers.
Ugh.
Could recognize this hand anywhere.
Now, young man, there's no need to panic. People have lived long lives without hands.
What happened to the rest of her?
Well, but surely there's something around here that will tell us.
Or
Is
not.
there anything around here that will tell us?
Yes, you guys can look around, try to find some clues. Just let me know what you're rolling, what you're looking at.
Maybe looking for like a trail of blood or some sort of, if somebody like left this here, or if it,
Okay.
yeah, or if like it actually, if the cutting actually happened there, I guess, and like she left or something.
Okay. That could be brains or fight, trying to like determine where the fight happened based on your training.
All right. I will roll fight. That's a big old 1 on a d12.
No.
Okay.
No idea.
There is unfortunately, this place is filthy and there's kind of blood all over the place, as well as like other stuff. So you can clearly see that something happened here, but you don't really know anything past that.
Are there like any kind of drag marks or?
Okay. What are you rolling?
Well, I mean, I'd love to roll a flight because Lawrence would have a great idea of what escape routes are open to him at any point in time.
Okay.
But
I'll
brains
allow
could
that.
also work. Okay, sweet.
Sure. We'll say the DC is going to be a 5 since I just said that it's really messy in here.
8
Okay.
on the D20, everyone.
So you all came in the front and you can kind of see that, yes, there are kind of drag marks. They aren't easy to see, but clearly the blood has kind of smeared in a certain direction, but it goes to like it stops at a wall.
Huh. Well, I think she went that way. Can she? She can't like move through walls, can she? It's been a weird couple of hours, so I do have to ask.
I've never seen anything like that, but I mean, there's less of her now, maybe.
To give you guys some context as to where you are, because you would know that on your roll, you guys are basically like near candy canes. You're in the cane territory in that sewer section. So you could kind of assume that, the candy cane is a place of fun and frivolous entertainment in the time of prohibition. So this is most likely an escape route from there.
All right. Well, let's just poke at this wall until we find the brick that opens the secret passageway.
Okay.
They all have one. Sometimes it's like a lamp holder, but it's usually a brick.
Okay.
Lawrence, you have so much life experience.
And hopefully I'll have much more before the end.
I'll say on your roll, yes, you find like a little sconce that's right next to it that if you pull it, it opens up.
Eureka! After
Kallie?
you, young man.
Start yelling, Kallie?
The blood trail does indeed continue down this hall where it's just a long hall of concrete on the bottom and then bricks on either side, and it's fairly thin, but it's also deathly dark. And when you call Kallie, nothing responds. I will say, without even rolling, you two smell something very foul.
Is it a smell we're familiar with? Like death?
I'm going to say, as people who've been in the sewers a lot, unfortunately, yes. Mm-hmm.
Lawrence, covers his mouth with a handkerchief. It's like, oh no, that's riper than usual.
Oof, yeah, that's not what these usually smell like, and it's usually not great.
Well, we should probably follow this passageway. Do you want to take the hand with you? I don't know if we can still attach it, but she might want it back.
Yeah, I'll I like looks around to something to put it in, or
yeah, you had unwrapped it from a cloth. You can just kind of rewrap it in it.
Yeah, rewrap it, like tuck it in like the inside pocket if it's big enough of his coat.
Okay. You are able to hold onto Kallie's hand as you both kind of descend into the darkness. It's a long, narrow, hallway. And eventually it comes to a point where it opens up, but the darkness doesn't get any lighter. So you're now outside of the hallway, but it's still pitch black. However, now that you're at the other side of the hallway and now that it's opened up and you're clearly in something bigger, you can now really smell that foul stench. And as you kind of step out from the hall into wherever you are, you can hear the squelching sound of your foot on something that's a little more squishy on the ground. And you can also kind of hear maybe plops bubbling.
I assume Lawrence is a gentleman who likes to, enjoy a pipe from time to time. Could he light a match?
Sure. You light a match and it immediately glows a little green and then gets 5 times bigger, as if it absorbed methane from around you, and then it quells down into a regular flame. You are able to see that you're in It's kind of like in a holding room, like where maybe they would hold the liquor. So it's not a large room, but it's a holding room where they would like hold liquor for the club upstairs. And then there are some bars, like almost like jail bars that has the door. And then on the other side of the jail bars is another little area where you can go up the stairs to get inside of Candy Canes. On the floor are like dead rats and roaches, and it's just like a lot of dead animals, but more than normal. Like there's not only like a bunch of them, they're like piled up onto each other as if maybe they were escaping something, but maybe they didn't make it and still died here of something. You're not sure.
That seems to be the origin of the smell, is all these animals.
No.
Okay.
Ugh.
Is the smell worse in this room?
Oh yes,
Is there
it's stronger.
is there any indication of what killed these things?
You can try to investigate. You'll have to get close, maybe even touch.
Ugh. Thank God Liv isn't here. Yeah, no, let's get our hands dirty.
Yep,
Okay.
roll up those
Some rat
sleeves.
corpses.
How are you testing or trying to find out what might have killed these things?
Just kind of poking around, seeing if they have like any obvious like bites or scratches or
Okay. What are you
gunshots.
using? Are you using your hand?
My handkerchief covered hand.
Okay.
It's one finger.
Okay.
Ew.
I will say with that way, and just what you're just lighting matches over and over again.
So he's gonna
Okay,
go
that's
through them
gonna
real
be-
quick.
Gonna be rough. Yeah, I think the DC is gonna be.
Or I guess okay, before I start wasting all the matches, do I see like a lantern or anything nearby, like on the wall?
Yeah, you can look around now that you have your match to try and see if you guys can find some stuff. So you can give me a roll for that.
Yes. I would like to roll for light, please.
How about we roll, because the gas in here is heavy, and so you guys can't stay in here very long. Actually, it's kind of suffocating. So let's do flight to see how fast you can like walk around real quick with your one match and find whatever you're looking for. So because you're stressed though, let's see if you can keep your head in this situation. So I'm going to need a grit from both of you. DC is going to be a 5.
It's so nice to have that be a doable DC for once.
No.
Does Lawrence have a -2 to grit? Oh, good, because that was a 7.
Okay.
Eric got a 16 on grit.
Dang, son.
Okay. Then you're both able to stomach the smell as it's gotten stronger, the heavy gas smell in here, as well as like it's kind of making your eyes water, but you are able to light the match, walk around without losing your lunch. So let's see how fast you can do this. Whoever is rolling. So that's going to be a DC 5. You'll be able to find one thing. Anything over a 5, maybe I will give you something else.
It's a flight.
Yes.
It's your time, Lawrence.
Yeah, you got this.
17.
Nice.
Okay. Yes, you're able to find. You're actually able to find a flashlight.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. It has
Good job,
batteries in
Lawrence.
it.
Yeah.
And it's not even covered in weird goo, because that's what I was gonna do, but it's clean. So yeah, so you're able to find a flashlight. I'll say you're able to find 2 flashlights. So you can both have one.
Here, catch. You can have the one that's a little bit gooey.
Thanks.
And because that was so high, I'll say you found the 2 flashlights, and now you're able to clearly see without even really getting close. It basically, from the gate, it looks like all of these rats like ran down the stairs, but also ran from the hallway you guys just came from, and then at some point got like trapped in this area, and then more and more joined, but then some died, and then the ones who joined died on top of them, the ones who joined died on top of them. So it's almost like a last ditch frenzy, right? So they came down here hoping to get away from something, and then they died down here, and then they just kept coming down here and still dying. So it actually looks like they seem to have suffocated, probably from the gas.
Well, good thing we don't have the lung capacity of rats.
Yeah, or we'd be not alive. Yep. Like Kallie, maybe.
No, I'm sure she's fine. It'll take
He's
more
like
than
patting the hand like in his coat into your coat pocket.
It'll take more than some, gas and taking away her hand to kill Miss Kallie. She's a tough cookie.
At least we have something to bury, I guess. So.
No, chin up. We'll have none
This
of that
is not going well.
attitude.
This is really not going well.
It could be worse.
I have never seen worse. Have you in your time, Lawrence?
Well, I've learned to never underestimate the world's ability to throw more shit at you.
Here.
So honestly, we should probably just enjoy this while it lasts.
Enjoy being in this room full of dead rats?
Well, you know what I mean. Alive and relatively unharmed. Though I am getting a bit lightheaded. We should probably continue on.
Yeah, that's we've stayed in here longer than I thought we should, to be honest. So.
The fumes kind of, dull the pain a little bit, actually.
In front of you, the gate that it is closed, but it doesn't look locked.
Is that the only way out?
It goes upstairs.
Is there a path like deeper in?
Nope. So you came from the path, which was an escape route. And right now you're in the storage room down in the lower levels of the candy cane. And then there's just a door on the other side of the cage that goes, or the fence that goes up.
And did we see any sign of Kallie in here?
No, but you do continue to see, actually, as you walk up the stairs, the blood trail kind of stops like halfway up the stairs, and then it doesn't disappear, it just gets lessened, and on the stairs is now a gelatinous goo that continues up the rest of the stairs.
A gelatinous goo, you say?
Mm-hmm.
What color is the gelatinous goo?
Clear.
Huh.
Yeah, like mucusy.
Delightful. Well, come on, Eric, up the stairs. The drill. You first.
Got out like with flashlight as well.
Mm-hmm.
Going first. Yep.
Okay. Eric is first, Lawrence behind. Yeah, you guys get up the stairs. You guys have been in candy canes before. Obviously, you have not been here and you did not know that this was where the secret meeting was happening 2 days ago. But you do now, because as you guys come up to the stairs, you see what used to be clearly carnage. There are all types of things thrown around. There's kind of blood everywhere. It looks like there was another massacre like there was at Asphera's. Very similar, actually. The only main difference that you're seeing here is that there aren't any bodies. There is, of course, a bunch of that strange gelatinous mucus also all over the place. It is the dance floor. Well, actually, you're behind the bar, like the full bar that goes with the dance area. And so as you guys like come up the stairs, come out behind the bar and look out into the dance area, it is pitch black, and that's what you see. Empty, but clearly there was carnage here at some point.
What happened to the bodies of?
That's an excellent question.
Is it like, I don't know, Eric will touch the mucus in his hands.
Sure. Go ahead and make a grit roll. DC is 15.
Uh-oh.
Oh, only a 3.
No.
You can touch the mucus a little bit to kind of see maybe what it is. It doesn't feel like anything really you have come across. It also doesn't really like have it seems like very similar to like snail goo or like putty. Like it's kind of, it seems the same, like snot, unfortunately. Like that's what it seems like. Except that when it's on your fingers, for one moment it looks benign, and then the next moment I think you realize that it is tingling and you should wipe it off as soon as possible.
It burns. Like grab for the handkerchief.
I hand over the handkerchief. No, oh, here, wipe it off.
Like going for the sink and like rinsing hands.
Is it acidic?
I think so.
Do you think they dissolved entire bodies in it?
Maybe. It seems like anything's possible at this point, right?
Yes, that is kind of the vibe I'm getting, if that's the term the youth use.
As you guys are kind of putting your flashlights around and having this conversation, you hear it's not loud, but it is loud enough to where you can clearly hear it. And what it sounds like is a whack, like a smack of something hitting the ground. It's coming from one of the rooms in the back of the club.
All right.
A survivor? Or is it one of the baddies?
Well, there's only one way to find out. Dry your hands and you go first. Yes, I have your back.
Of course. I trust you, Lawrence.
I trust you, Eric. I think we've come very far since, 2 days ago when I didn't realize you could speak English.
That's totally fair.
Okay. You guys you kind of walk across the dance floor over to the other side. There are a couple of doors, but this is the one door you're pretty sure you heard it from, and you open it up. And inside is again pitch black, but this is clearly like a side lounge. Very similar to like Asphera's place, except for it's a very different vibe. The side lounge is it's mostly like card tables and comfy chairs, and so there's a lot of like furniture between the door that you're walking into and the other side of the room. But on the other side of the room is a, from what you guys can see, just a giant flesh colored worm. It's like as tall as like a sedan and wide and thick. But you can kind of only see like this fleshy back. It doesn't seem to have noticed either of you.
Lawrence, you have a lot of experience. How do you fight a large car-sized worm?
Hey, GM, Lawrence has a lot of experience. How would he pick?
Well, if Miss Liv was here, it's just a worm.
That's true. I do know what Liv would do. Oh no. All right. Well, you know, Miss Liv likes to find beauty in all creatures, and she would probably just try to, make it a pet or something.
Oh, do you think it's friendly?
Maybe
Did it eat all these corpses?
well, that's, very possible. I think worms do tend to be, the recyclers of nature.
Is that how it got so big?
Well, if you ate who knows how many bodies that were in there, I imagine you'd also be bigger too. All right, oh, this is I'm not as charismatic as Miss Liv, but perhaps if nothing else, I can distract it, and then you can, I don't know, kill it with fire if it gets violent.
You really think it will be our friend?
Well, you don't know until you try. I'm surprised Miss Liv has half of the friends that she has, yet there she is.
Well, what are we doing?
Oh God. Getting Lawrence killed. I'm gonna just motion Eric to kind of like stay sneaky and go around the long way. And
Okay.
and I'm gonna just once Eric is a little bit far enough away, Lawrence is just gonna, stand up tall and say,
So
"Hello
Eric is
there."
staying and Lawrence is going.
Like Lawrence is kind of like stepping into the middle of the room and motioning for Eric to go around the side.
Okay, so you're both wanting to move, but on either sides of the room,
I
around
think-
the furniture that's in the middle.
Yeah.
Okay, then let's have flight rolls to see how quiet you guys are. Actually, this is going to be contested to see if they are paying attention.
Lawrence is trying to get its attention.
It's going to be against their... we'll do their brains. Let me see here. That's going to be a D10. You have to beat a 6.
This flight?
Yeah, flight.
And if Lawrence is trying to kind of like get its attention, would that be a flight as well, or should he do like charm or something?
Well, this is to move up close enough
Okay.
before you get its attention.
Gotcha. 10.
1.
Oh no.
Lawrence, you make your way over to the side, keeping close to the edge of the room, and you are getting closer and closer. I'm assuming both of you don't have your flashlights on it, or do
Correct.
you? Okay.
Lawrence, well, nah, probably not.
Okay. Your flashlight is off, so you're moving up close. You're still just seeing this huge, strange flesh creature from the back. You continue to get closer, you can get closer, and finally you are close enough, like not close physically, but you're close enough to see the side profile, and your face contorts in horror. Unfortunately, Eric cannot see that as they are making their way to the other side. And I will say you do make it pretty much up to the other side of to where you can also see the side profile. Unfortunately, it's at this point that you just really quickly accidentally slip on something in front of you. This is the fun, lounge area. So what is supposed to be where this creature is the band place. And of course, this is a jazz shindig. And so you actually hit a cymbal that's on the ground.
Oh no.
Quite loud. And the creature kind of doesn't move very fast, but they basically jolt. And it's at this point that you realize that it was sleeping. And it turns to you. And to your horror, Eric, this is not a giant worm. As it turns to you and you see the front of it, what you didn't see because it was hunched over as it kind of gets up is that it has long, curly black hair, long eyelashes, and this creature is actually a heavily deformed version of Fatima.
Oh no.
Oh.
Her mouth is wide and gaping as she looks at you, with a little bit of that baby blue eyeshadow that she wears, and her jaw unhinges as she begins to, not very quickly, but just begins to come towards you, almost like a huge slug.
Screams. I will spare all of you from screaming into my mic.
Thank you.
Just backing away as it moves towards.
Mm-hmm. It's gonna just continue to move, and then as it's fully waking up and its eyes are kind of blinking a little bit, it was woken up suddenly, and then it was moving sluggishly, but it's gonna start moving quick as soon as it kind of wakes itself up fully. So it's gonna start moving a little bit quicker in your direction.
Does it look like it's moving aggressively?
Yes.
Ugh.
Her mouth is wide open. She looks hungry.
What are the exits like in this room?
Well, unfortunately, this is also one of those back hidden rooms. So there's the one exit, and it's the one you came in.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay. On the other side of the furniture.
I think you should shoot her in the head. Shoot her.
Is it okay if I shoot Worm Fatima?
Yes.
Okay, starts just unloading into her mouth.
Okay.
Whole magazine.
Oh, no.
Okay. So you're aiming for the mouth head area.
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead and do you have a no. Let's see. It's going to be opposed.
Okay.
And it's going to be her grit, which is a D20.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's going to be your fight. Let's see what you have to beat. Okay. For your first bullet, you have to beat a 3.
Okay.
Oh my gosh. The next one, you have to beat a 3.
Nice.
Crazy. Ooh, next one, you got to beat a 19.
Got a 3 and then a 7. And then another 7. So.
Okay. The first one hits her and she sort of like rears back and then she starts to move much, much quicker towards you. And then the second one hits her and now she's fully awake. And she is now, unfortunately, moving lightning speed. And she's going to be able to catch up to you as the third one goes past her. And she is going to attempt to swallow you whole.
Oh
So,
my god.
that is going to be her brawn, actually, even though because she's not going to use her teeth. She's just going for the full swallow. So that's going to be a D6. It does take her a long time to do this, but because she beat your last bullet, she is already upon you. So you just have to beat her, whatever she rolls. And what do you want to do in response?
I think like trying to like, I know she's big, but almost like trying to like steer away and like move my body away at the same time. So like push like against like the side of the mouth.
Okay. Well, I'll allow brawn or grit.
Okay.
Oh gosh. Let me roll for her. See what you got to beat. Gotta beat a 2.
That's an 8.
Okay. You are able to push her aside, but she is fast, and so she's going to immediately. And what are you doing, Lawrence? She is going to immediately try to go for you again. So she's going to roll her fight this time, which is a D12. Where's D12? Here it is. She got a 9. She got to beat a 9 with whatever you're doing.
To not get swallowed.
Yeah.
Oh, this Lawrence or this me still okay. That's 19. Still kind of like almost like Toro, like bull kind of.
So Lawrence, Eric and this creature are kind of in a back and forth as it tries to continually like put its entire mouth over him, but he keeps, buffing it away. So this will just keep going on.
Yeah, Eric yells, Lawrence, plan B.
All right. Is there? I assume there's bottles of booze in here.
Oh yeah.
I'm afraid to set it on fire because it's in a small room. But can I just chuck bottles of booze into its mouth and see if I can get the worm drunk?
So to do that, you're gonna have to get in front of it, and its back is to you as it's fighting with Lawrence. I mean, with Eric.
Yeah, I would like to skirt around the room, picking up as many bottles of the highest proof alcohol I can find.
Okay,
and then
that's gonna be a flight.
Okay.
And as you come around to it to get close enough to chuck something into its mouth, it's going to have to show you its mouth. So it's going to be against its flight as it turns from Eric to try to devour you. If you actually beat this flight, then it won't devour you and you are able to throw it in its mouth. So let's see what you got to beat.
This is going to go well.
Oh, that's a nat 20.
Oh no.
Unfortunate.
It's possible. Does the worm explode?
And a 19. So 29.
Uh-oh.
Possible.
It's
39.
possible. It's it is technically possible.
So you have to beat a 39.
Okay. That's an 18.
Okay.
I have so many adversity tokens because live is easygoing. So I'll spend 2 adversity tokens to get that to a 20, which will make it explode. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, that's only a 7.
Oh.
That would have been so close.
I need a 39.
Eric, you scream plan B. You see Lawrence get plan B, run over to you. He has it in his hand, ready to throw. He gets the creature's attention, and it's off you now. And you're like, okay, this is good. They're gonna like, I don't know, maybe douse it with it so that you can set it on fire because you have some matches. But that's not what happens. The creature quickly goes from you, and you just see in one fell swoop the bottle and Lawrence from head to toe disappears into this creature's mouth, and its whole body expands like a thick tube expands with air, and it actually like pushes you because it happens so quickly. It actually like pushes you away from it, and the furniture that's around it actually pushes it and throws it overboard as Lawrence is swallowed whole. Lawrence, go ahead and make a grit check. DC is going to be a 19.
Oh, good. Grit. Oh, that's an 8 and exploded.
Okay.
That's a 5, so that's what, 13?
Yep.
It's not, it's not great, but better than
you fall unconscious inside of the body.
Dang it. It's gonna cut my way out. Broken bottle shard.
Eric, you see this happen, but you also see the creature after this happens. They sort of almost like burp and fart actually at the same time. And you kind of can realize that it also ate the bottle. And it's not like agreeing with it, but it also kind of like settles into a big old like blob. And it no longer has it's almost like it forgot you were there. Like it ate something and now it is trying to digest it. So it's staying still like a snake. What are you going to do?
Are there any very like sharp objects? Is there like a kitchen?
Not in this room. Not that any you can see or that is like close to you that you can grab.
Okay. I mean, I think he has like a knife on him. I'm just trying to bait if he. Does any part of the creature look vulnerable?
Make a brains roll. Let's say the DC is going to be you're in the dark and you're pretty close though. Yeah, so let's say it's going to be a 5.
Let's see. Yeah, it's a 5. I'll spend 1 adversity token to bump it.
I mean, it was originally slow. It as you're close to it, you can clearly see that unfortunately, this is Fatima. She has just been horribly mutated in this to whatever this grotesque form is. So this is like, this is flesh. This is her actual flesh and body. So you would assume that the whole thing is, susceptible to fire damage or a knife or anything like that.
He's gonna dig a knife in and then just try to pull it like he's gutting like a fish, like to like gut it to get Lawrence out.
Okay.
Like
The
start
moment-
at the back and try to pull it forward.
Now, are you trying to do this? Are you trying to get closer quietly? Or are you just going for it?
Let's see. Yeah, I don't think he's trying to be quiet. I think he's like worried that this is gonna like dissolve Lawrence, so wants to like open her up as soon as possible. So it's kind of like jumping into it, like grabs knife, runs it along body. So
okay. So it is going to obviously remember you're there the moment you move. And so it's just going to try to do the same thing.
Okay.
It's just going to try to whip around and devour you in one bite. So it's going to be their flight. You have to beat a 5.
Okay. What am I doing? Fight?
Yeah, if you're just going straight for the weapon,
okay,
it's going to be a fight. Or if you're just trying to get close enough and dodge, it'll be a flight.
That's an 11.
Okay. It tries to, devour you. It doesn't do it. You are able to stab it. And that's what you're able to do in that moment. As you try to bring it down, even though it pierces it, it's going to take a lot more strength than you thought to like get it from sternum all the way down.
Yep.
So it's going to try to rear away from you and run. It's going to make its flight again. Okay, it got a 9. It got a 6. Got to be the 6.
Okay. Still fight?
Yep.
Or do we? Okay. Damn. Okay, only a 2 that time.
Okay. It is able to kind of shake you off as it tries to run. Your knife, though, is still stuck in its body. It doesn't get very far because it's not that fast right away after it's eaten something. And so as a reflex, unfortunately, just like a snake, I'm going to roll a grit.
Oh, no. Oh,
Yep.
no.
Oh, and they got a nat 1. As they try to get more momentum to run away from you with the knife still stuck in them, you hear a regurgitation sound, and Lawrence, you pop out back onto the floor, covered head to toe in digestive juices.
Yeah. Am I still unconscious? Okay.
Still unconscious.
You know what? That's
And
probably
it
for the
is-
best.
It's now ready to run, and so it's able to run much faster. And it doesn't go to the back of the door where you all were. It actually goes diagonal to the stage, and it basically is going to go like into another little hidden passageway that goes back into one of the other back rooms of this club.
Okay. Eric's gonna drag Lawrence out of the room and shut the door for now. Try to revive him.
You guys are doing that. Let's see how Betty and Cesar and Seamus are getting along. What have you guys decided to do as Cesar has gotten himself dressed and you guys are ready to hit the town?
Is the radio working?
You can try it.
Okay. I want to try the radio. Come in, Lawrence, Eric, Big 10-4, good buddies.
They are quite far away, but we'll just do a heads and tails to see how clear the signal is. Somebody call it.
Heads. Yes.
Oh, it's heads.
Hey.
It's crystal clear.
So where are they at the moment?
Yeah, what moment? Is it the moment that I've dragged him out?
Yeah, I think literally just as you are bringing Lawrence around, you hear the static and you hear Betty's voice.
Eric's like slapping Lawrence's face back and forth. Wake up!
Hello, come in. We got a Cesar here. We're gonna go
Eric grabs
check
the
on Miss
radio.
Liv.
Fatima's a worm, a giant car-sized worm. She ate Lawrence, but Lawrence is not. She threw up Lawrence, so Lawrence is okay. I think. Lawrence, are you okay?
Am I awake?
Yeah, we'll say you're awake.
No, I wouldn't call it okay, but I'm alive. Scarred for life.
We're at Fatima's or the candy cane place.
That place is a bit of a bloodbath. You want to let them know to be careful there.
Is that Cesar? Young man, you have no idea.
You'd be surprised.
So would you.
Yeah.
Would you like us to come down there?
Yes, with fire. I do not love her even when she is a worm, and I'm strong enough to admit it.
Well, you should have just tried to give her a drink. That wasn't the strategy. Fire was plan B, Lawrence.
Well, I was a little bit afraid that she had, devoured some of our friends that might still be salvageable, but at this point, we should have just gone with fire.
Well, let's see. We're gonna check on Miss Liv, and then we'll head right down there. All right? Be safe. Don't die. Don't upset the worm, Fatima.
Well, that ship has sailed, but do tell Liv I love her and hope to see her again.
Yeah, I probably should have stabbed her and shot her.
The worm, not Liv.
Oh yeah. The worm, the Fatima. Yep.
All right. We'll come as fast as we can. All right.
Over and out, I guess. Well, you have the radio. You say it.
Oh, over and out.
Over and out.
Roger.
Lawrence and Lawrence and Eric, as you put down the radio, you once again hear that loud smack. It's much louder now that you're right outside of this room, but you do hear it one more time coming from wherever that creature ran off to. Betty and Cesar, you now have a destination.
We gotta check on Liv first. We promised Lawrence, and he's dying.
It'd be good to see how she's doing.
I will say that it's probably been like an hour since you guys met up. She is probably still in surgery.
All right.
Damn.
Well, we can leave Seamus here. He can let us know if something goes wrong.
Good idea. You all right, Seamus?
Yeah.
Maybe you can hang out with your other friend, Seamus.
I don't know if he's, I don't know if I like him anymore. He's a little weird.
He made you a bracelet.
He did. He loves you.
I'm starting to think that friendship was a lie, man. I don't know. I haven't even seen him in like the last 8 hours we've been here.
Oh, he's been around.
Oh, never
just
mind.
hasn't seen
I've just been ignoring him.
No, he has. He was with you guys for a bit, but then when he got back to the hospital, he had his own matters to take care of. You guys met him at the hospital.
That's true.
So he had some things to take care of. So he's around.
Okay.
But he
You
wants
let
to
us
get
know
you.
when Miss Liv wakes up.
You want to leave me with the radio or something, or should?
Yeah. Here, I'll give
okay.
you the radio since we're gonna go see the other radio.
I'm mean, do we know if there's
Makes
any other
perfect
radios
sense.
around here, or is that the only one we got?
I don't know how radios work exactly, but I think they're paired together. I don't know.
So wait, can I try and figure out how radios work? I know, but I want to know if either of my characters know.
I think Cesar probably already knows how
Pretty
radios
sure.
work.
But before I take that step, yes.
These are older radios, like the model is. However, they are like they look like they are refurbished, like police or military radio. So probably something Gerald, took off of something, bought, or through some of his trades. And then you just have to turn it to the same frequency to get the
Well, how
radios.
about this? What if we take the radio and Seamus, you can pull one off of a cop or something, and then let us know when Liva wakes up. Yeah, that sounds like a good idea. I'll try.
Did you forget it was you?
No, I just had to think it through a little bit.
Oh, we're so sorry. Normal. This is hilarious.
I'm more sorry for our listeners who have to listen between gravel and squeak.
Probably my
Great.
favorite thing.
I hope everyone can do dual voices.
Oh God.
Oh no.
No.
Welcome to my world.
I need to get Lauren
Okay.
Seaton again.
Yeah, so Seamus will, when he gets a moment, he'll go out and find a radio. And I'll just say you tell him what the frequencies is on the radio that you guys have, and he now knows to change the frequency so that he can get in contact with you guys. Where they are is Candy Canes, which is on the south side. Now they took the sewers. Are you guys taking the sewers or are you taking the street?
Probably should take the sewers, I'm thinking, if we want to stay off people's radars. I mean,
It might also be faster with all the fire everywhere.
yeah.
Okay.
We
Sounds
still
like you're
have the-
taking the sewers.
We still have the boat, right? How far away is that?
So they took the boat to the safe house. And then I thought you guys went into the sewers. So I think you left it at the dock.
Oh, well. That might be something we can use later, but for now it seems like it's not an option.
Okay. You guys make your way into the sewers once again, trying to get to Candy Canes. Let's see like how well you guys make it there. Let me go ahead and get a flight from both of you. DC is going to be I think DC for this like first stretch, for the first like hour or two you guys are walking, is going to be like a 6.
All right.
Was that a flight you were asking for?
Yeah.
Which is my dice? Which one?
I rolled a D8, which then exploded into a D8, which exploded into a 2. So I got 16.
Whoa! That's
Hey.
crazy.
Or 18. Dang, I can do math.
Okay.
I got a 7.
Okay.
Still better than 6.
Better than 6.
Yeah, you guys make it pretty easily. You can kind of hear that there's not necessarily something behind the walls of the sewers, but you can kind of tell that the sewers are just different. It's much, much quieter in the sewers. Like there aren't any just regular sewer rats. There aren't any bugs. And all of the openings that are the usual place where you guys would go from the sewer to the top, a lot of those have been closed off. So something seems to have gone on down here. but it's a quiet and kind of normal but stinky walk. You guys get about halfway there. It takes you about an hour. And then I'll say do another flight roll. DC this time is going to be 10.
Oh no.
Much less.
Yeah. I got a 5.
I got a 4.
Just when you all get pretty much to where you remember last, Cesar, which is you remember a moment where you were in the sewers at some point. Liv was over your shoulder. Raymond was in front of you. And at this point, your memory comes back as you guys are walking, that you guys are walking in the opposite direction right now. You're walking towards Candy Canes. And now you're remembering that you were walking from Candy Canes. And you're about in that space, that same area of the sewer that you have in your memory. And it's at this point that you get the first whiff of a smell that you also got back then. And you all kind of just, before you see anything or hear anything, you first get like a smell of wet dog or wet something, wet fur, really.
Oh no.
Uh-oh.
And then as you're walking, you see a pair of eyes in the darkness, and then another pair of eyes, and then another pair of eyes. And they continue to open until you are seeing a pack of feral eyes staring back at you in the direction you all want to go. They are not moving yet. They are just watching.
Ooh, I have an idea.
Yeah.
Can I try? Not Ratapold. That's the other guy. Raymond has a rat named Doris, and he has like a whistle sound that he uses to like call her.
Mhm.
She's really well trained with that sound. So I feel like Betty's gonna try to make that sound and hope that whatever these big red eyes are, like the sound.
Okay. What are you hoping they do when they hear the sound?
I'm hoping they like don't attack. Like they stand down. They're like, oh, friend.
Okay. Go ahead, and I'm assuming this is a charm.
Yes, please.
Go ahead and roll charm. It's going to be, I think it's going to be contested, but I don't think it would be brains because I'm going to say it's going to be grit for them. And their grit is a D20.
Oh
So,
no.
20 versus 20.
Oh boy.
You have to beat a 10.
Okay, here we go. Oh, good God. Goody goodness. Great. Awesome. Do you want to guess what it is?
A 1?
Yeah.
That's not very good.
That's not very good.
You do the whistle, and indeed, for a moment, you just kind of see the eyes blink, and then they kind of go out one by one. And for a moment, you think, oh, they must have backed away. And from what you can see, the space is clear to go forward.
Oh, we did it.
I'm gonna make sure I have my axe in both hands.
Okay.
Definitely have my daggers out.
I don't trust this.
You guys are able to walk through. The space that was full of eyes is empty. However, you can kind of hear scurrying. And as you continue to walk, the eyes return. But now they're in front of you and behind you. And they are going to all attack at once.
Oh, God. Great.
It's going to be their fight, which is a d12 against whatever you guys want to do.
Muscle time.
All right.
Yeah.
So I am going to first get some dice. I am going to first roll a D. Do I want to be nice? Nah. Oh, wouldn't that be fun? Because I did this last time and that was hilarious. How about we do a D100?
Oh no.
Oh, no.
No, no.
Oh no!
No, 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 no.
He's
Well-
using it against you now.
Oh no.
I don't know if
those
I
who have
would
not
like
heard.
this.
For those who have not heard, Tanya used the D100 against me, well, with me in our other campaign, Happy Campers. It went great for me, but now she's using it against me.
Let's see. Oh, well, that's okay. It's not as good as I thought it was going to be.
It's gonna be like 40.
Okay. Do I have enough dice for that? Oh, I'm going to have to do this in batches. Okay.
Oh, no.
Oh no!
Let's
We're so dead. We're all dead.
see.
I better
Yeah.
explode something crazy here.
Doomed.
So, it's a D12.
Cesar just got out of the hospital.
I know.
I know. This is why they pay me the big bucks. Hopefully, we'll find out.
Okay. Okay. So we have, let's do some math here. So we have 5 plus 6 plus 5. Oh, a 12. That explodes. Lovely.
Wait a second. Out of a D100?
No. The D100 was something to see how many there were. And then I just rolled their rolls for their fight.
I
So I'm just
see.
rolling them in batches so you know what to beat.
All right.
Thanks. And that was a 12. Then I got 7. Okay. So it's actually not that bad. Unfortunately, you will have to beat a 19,
Oh no.
a 6, a 5, another 5, and a 3. So if you get a 3 or above on your rolls, you should be fine for most of them.
All right.
But you'll need a 19 to not get bit.
There's one
Right
bugger
on.
who's just very big.
So go ahead and roll.
All right. Can I use brawn for this?
That's what
Yep.
I was gonna use.
Yeah.
Yep, you can.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, 13. And I do not have the adversity tokens to bump it up to a 19. I could get
Ooh,
it close.
I could give you adversity tokens, right?
Is that a
'cause-
thing?
You could.
Because I could bump, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Yeah, I have enough to bump you up to a 19. Not enough to bump myself anywhere close to that. So,
What? So remind me of the superpowers again, because one of mine is killing instinct. Is that something I can apply here, and how would it work?
There are a lot of superpowers. What does it say?
I don't
let me open
remember.
up.
Where can I find the sheet?
it should be in our Discord under lore, maybe? In the pinned comment somewhere.
I haven't
Let's-
looked at it in a hot second. Lord,
Let's see.
wait, jump.
Superpower reputation thread.
Yeah, I just saw that.
What is it called again?
Killing instinct.
Oh, it's a horror instinct. Okay. So let's see. Killer instinct. You don't just fight, you know how to end things when necessary, whether through precise action or overwhelming force. Roll an additional d4, and on a 1 and 2, you're able to use a non-fight object as a lethal weapon. On a 3, you gain a +2 on your fight. And then on a 4, you receive a +1 on your reputation.
So all this would add to reputation at this point. Because
No, you get
brawn, not fight.
It stacks. So if you get a 4, you get all of it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, can I use that?
Yes, you can do that.
Let's see what happens. Roll that again because that's not on the board. 1.
No. Okay,
Well-
so you need 5 points.
I can use a non-fight object as a lethal object?
Mm-hmm.
Water. One of them is going down and is just staying under the water.
Okay. Okay. I will let you choose which one that is.
Okay. We'll make it the 19 too. Because that's the one to fight.
Okay, the 19. Tell me what happens when you're gonna get bit by this huge were rat as it kind of descends upon you. And so what does it look like when you use this?
Even though I gave him adversity tokens to get up to 19,
You can take
I'm
it.
I'm gonna get bit, but
You can take those back. If
Okay.
he's using killer instinct.
Yeah, I want to try this out. So the 13 I rolled, that doesn't beat this guy. Does that do anything for the other guys? Or is it just solely focusing on this guy with the D4?
Just the one.
Okay, cool. So I imagine he's lunging down. I clip him with the axe, but it doesn't stop his trajectory. So just end up as he's wrapping himself around me, I grab him in a bear hug and just kind of drop to the ground and manage to get his head underwater and just start using my mass to just kind of hold him there.
Okay. He is thrashing against you, trying to get up, until, of course, his body and limbs go limp.
All right.
What did Betty get?
she only got a 10.
Okay, well, that beats all of them, other than the 19, but the 19 is being dealt with Cesar. So lucky for you guys, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 attack at once, and none of them hit, other than the one that Cesar has grappled, essentially. Unfortunately, that is out of 18. So, next round.
Oh, no. As she gleefully rolls dice.
It sounds like so many dice.
So many dice.
So many.
Okay. Really? No explosions. That's unfortunate. Okay. So 13 minus 5. So we have a 10, a 9, a 5, another 9, and 5, 6, 7, and a 7.
All right.
So those 5 sort of run out of the shadows, and Cesar grapples the one and drowns them. And literally right after them, another wave comes your way from the opposite direction. And they are all going to try to bite you both.
Nice. All right, then.
Oh, that was pretty good.
13, I'll take it.
I got an 11.
Okay. You guys, Betty, you barely miss 2 of them as they kind of whirl past you. At this point, are you guys trying to just evade, or do you want to attack as well?
I'm killing. We're up. I let go of the one I've drowned and pick up the axe and just go for wide swings at the other ones.
Okay. Then as the 5 come you guys' way, you are all able to cut them down in some way. Let's say Betty, since you got that one, you were able to take 2 down, and Cesar, you're able to take 3 down.
All right.
Nice.
They plop down to the water, and the next 5 come. Ooh, that's an explosion.
Oh no.
That one's gonna be a problem.
Okay, that's a 21.
Woof. Woof.
If I
Okay,
get a
we're
19, I can beat that thing. We'll see.
We have an 8. We have another 8. A 4 and a 2. So they are going to come, and again, they're just going to do the same thing. They're going to try to bite both of you.
All right.
Oh, that was not as good.
That was not good at all.
It was really bad.
This is the end.
You were dead. I got a 5.
I got a 1.
Oh no.
Okay. You two, I mean, Cesar, you have just recently, recovered. And so you were able to put your energy into killing those 3, but the fatigue hits you like a ton of bricks, as does 2 of these creatures as they pounce on top of you and proceed to rip you to shreds. You're going to take you already had a major wound. So, but we're going to say that you got healed up to like a minor or no wound. So you're going to take a major wound.
I have quick healing, so that makes sense.
And then Betty, 3 of them are going to pounce on you, but that's too many of them. And so I'm going to say, go ahead, and I'm going to roll a d6 for one of them. Okay. And then a d6 for the other, because they're fighting each other. Okay. 2 of them get to you, but one of them can't get to you because there's not enough space for them all to try to eat you alive. And so 2 of them are going to gang up on one of them and kind of smack him out of the way. And so 2 of them are going to pounce on you and bite you. And so you're also going to take a major wound.
Cool.
Luckily, there's just 3 left.
Great.
Okay, we have an 8, a 7, and a 3.
All right. Now, random question. Well, do you guys remember what the tough ability does again? Because I don't have it written down. I forgot to do that. But I would love to hopefully know, and maybe that'll help. Because I was looking for that, and I wasn't sure where to find it.
That'd be in the kids on bike stuff.
Yeah.
I will look for that in my spare time.
Let's see. It gives you an advantage, I believe. I don't know what. Oh, I think it helps you make I think you can add to your fight roll. I don't know how much. Hold on.
I'm scrolling for it now. I'm looking.
Yeah, if you lose a combat roll, add a +3 to the number.
Oh.
And if you lose the roll no matter what, you can reduce your loss to a -1.
Oh.
Wow. It's a good ability. Have
Yeah.
you been using that?
I haven't gotten to fight very often. This is one of like 3 chances I've gotten to use this.
This will be the place.
This is the place, yeah. That being said, I did still roll a 1, so I don't know how much a +3 will save me.
Yeah, but there's 3 more coming towards
That's
you.
true. I did just roll a 7. What was the highest one? Was it 8?
Yes.
Okay, I'll use a token to make sure that I get the 8.
Okay.
I also rolled a 7, and I will also spend an adversity token to get it to an 8.
All right. 3 more come out of the shadows. How do you guys dispatch these 3?
Just like hurl 2 daggers with my one good hand.
I
Very
think
nice.
I go for another axe hit after like stumbling off the ground and just manage to like not impale, but use its own lunge for the force of the blow to kill it.
Very nice. You guys hear like kind of like yipping from the remaining ones as they run off into the shadows. You guys are hurt, but alive. And you can continue
Hey, we did it.
continue on. See?
Oh,
Rolling
that
100.
sucked.
It's always fun.
Always fun. So fun.
Oh, sure.
You guys hobble your way through the rest of the sewers and get to basically where Lawrence and Eric found themselves, in a side area that has blood all over the place. The
They
door that
still
they
there?
went through, it's a side area of the sewers. It has like a bunch of like an old cage in there, and it's just concrete floors, and it looks like it's one of those places that, you know, Gerald and Raymond would use to conduct business. But this one has a secret passage in the back of it that goes to Candy Canes, and it's still open from when Lawrence and Eric opened it. And you guys are able to follow it all the way to its destination, which brings you to a foul smell and a floor full of dead rats.
Cool.
Ah,
This seems real bad.
yeah. I really hope whatever killed these rats is not around.
Seems like
Now-
Mr. Raymond's rats just are all dead. He's gonna be so pissed off.
Now, it has taken you 2 a while to get here. So as you both enter this basement area and before you walk up the stairs, let's see what's happened to Lawrence and Eric.
Oh no.
You 2 will have a while. We're now back in time when you have just gotten off of the radio. And you 2 know that it'll be a while until they get here. And this is when you hear that smack of something hitting hard onto the ground.
Nearby?
Based on where you're hearing it, it's louder than when you guys were across the dance floor, but it's still behind like an area. Like it's not where exactly you guys are right now.
And we're sure that noise is the worm Fatima.
You don't know.
Okay.
You didn't see her make a noise. You just heard it before you interacted with her.
Okay.
And now you've heard it again.
I guess tentatively try to see what's making the noise, but like reload gun, flashlight out with gun. Like
Lawrence, you are covered head to toe in something unpleasant, but you didn't make it to the digestive juices, so it's not burning.
Oh.
It's just gross.
All right.
You never looked better, Lawrence.
Well, thank you, but I feel disgusting.
Or smelled better.
That now you're just lying.
You're alive.
I'm alive. Thank you, by the way. How did you get me out?
I stabbed her with shit. She still has my knife. Damn.
Mm-hmm.
We should, probably get that back at some point, but
we don't have to. We really don't. But you hear that noise, right? What do you? I don't think that might not be her. Like the worm. Maybe it is Kallie.
well, I think we owe it to Miss Kallie to go make sure.
Oh, okay.
Damn it.
Do you want to go first, or do you want me to go first?
Well, are you going to step on another symbol? I'm not trying to make you feel ashamed, but can you pay attention to where you're stepping?
I'm quite bad at that.
Oh, okay. That's a problem right now, young man. We're going to need to be very stealthy.
Okay, no more symbols. Okay.
You can start your jazz career after we survive.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, you two are able to follow the sound. It is coming from around this room. If you don't want to go back in the room, you can go right now you're in the dance hall and there are other doors. So you can go in one of the other doors or open one of the other doors to see what's behind them, to see if you can find the source of the sound. Just let me know if you want to stay in this room and check those places, or if you want to continue the other spaces of the club.
I think probably check in the direction that we hear the sound, and kind of clearing rooms as we go.
Okay. You guys open up the first door on the that's directly to the left of the little lounge, and it is just as horrible in here, a little less, but just as horrible. But there's nothing in there from what you can tell. You close that door. There's another door right next to that one. That's the bathroom. That also looks real rough. The toilet is broken, and it looks like someone was dragged off of the toilet at some point. But that's also nothing in there. If you go to the back of the club and go around, there is a little area where you can go up the stairs, because there's a whole second floor where there's a whole area for people to chill. There's also rooms up there. Or if you go forward, then you go into the back part of basically the larger stock area of this club. Do you want to go up or do you want to go forward?
Should we keep the higher ground, or was it noise from elsewhere?
If you guys stop to kind of listen, you hear the smack again, and it's coming from the back, not upstairs.
Okay. I guess we'll check out the back.
Yep, let's head that way.
They sure are taking their time getting here.
Well, you never know. Maybe they stopped to get some ice cream or something. I would like some ice cream
quite often. So
he and I we share that trait.
Yep. We'll get you some ice cream after this. Lawrence pats him on the back, then looks at his hand from touching the wipes it off on his pants. Yep.
Maybe a shower first, then ice cream.
You both make your way to the back. In the back there's it's not necessarily a door, but there's a doorway and it has like a curtain. And so you can kind of open up the curtain and look in the back. It's a pretty large, it's not like a warehouse, but it basically is housing crates and other things that have probably come in. And then there is a side door for like deliveries. And the random banging sound you've been hearing has been the door. It's like a large door for large deliveries. And so occasionally, due to the wind, it will bang and close for a second and then open. So it's kind of flapping in the wind. But in the back here, you kind of see a bunch of crates. You don't really see anything of interest. It doesn't look like there's been a massacre back here, so maybe people didn't come back here. But you do see something that you weren't expecting. Laying on one of the crates is a giant black jaguar.
Alive?
Mm-hmm. It seems to be just chilling there. Its tail is kind of flicking back and forth.
This is one of Fatima's pets.
Yes. Yes, it is.
Nice kitty.
Are you going to go up to it or try to get its attention?
No. Just
Okay.
like frozen right now.
That was well last.
I went well. I don't know what you're talking about, Tanya. I went really well.
Could have been worse.
It is laying on a large crate. And also, not on it or on the crate, but on the floor is some sort of thick, viscous black goo. There's not a lot of it. It seems to be seeping from the crate. But at the moment, it is just kind of sitting there or laying on it.
Do you think it's guarding something?
I mean, it could be guarding something. It could also just, cats like high places.
Oh, okay.
Is there, if this is a storage area, is there like a meat locker or something?
I don't think so, because Fatima doesn't deal in like grocery items.
Okay, so there's no like kitty treats.
Not that you can see.
Well, I was hoping we could find like a bag of meow mix or something to try and lure it away, but I don't see anything.
As you
Kitty?
guys are strategizing, you watch as another large black cat walks from one of the shadows in this place and kind of stretches and then lays down next to the box that the other cat is on top of.
Oh, there's two of them now. Good kitties. Do you two like worms?
Are you going up and making contact with the cats?
No.
Just kind of like mumbling to each other, like in the door, like. Yeah, just, like...
Yeah. Yeah, that's exactly what you guys are doing. In fact, let's see how quietly you guys are doing this, because you've been there for a while.
No.
Yeah. We're quite smelly.
Yeah.
So let's do a flight roll to see how quiet you guys are as you're conspiring. We'll say the DC is going to be a 6.
17.
I will spend the adversity tokens to get it to a 6.
No, Eric.
Okay.
I mean, I only have a D6. I rolled above average and got a 4.
Hey.
But...
Good job.
Okay. Yeah, you guys are able to have this conversation. But the longer you have this conversation, the more you realize that this place, this little warehouse back here, is getting full of cats, big cats. And then suddenly, as you guys are talking, the slam comes again. And now the room is full of 4 cats. And they all look over at it, kind of annoyed. And then go back to cat things.
Cat things like black magic and blackmail.
What are you guys doing?
Well, I'm a little bit torn because on the one hand, I know Miss Liv loves those cats because they're beautiful. On the other hand, I'm pretty sure if we lure the worm here, we could get rid of 5 problems at once.
Oh. Not a bad idea.
Don't tell her I came up with it.
Never. Smiles. Do you want me to go get Fatima?
I suspect I might be faster than you.
That's true.
So
Okay.
I'll go grab her and, just have the door open and be out of the way.
All right. I'll be ready with Plan B.
Is that? Is Plan B fire?
Set everything on fire.
Okay, perfect. If we're setting things on fire, at least leave the door open for the cats.
Look, yes, they should be allowed to leave. Yes.
All right, let me go bait a worm. What is my
Okay.
life?
Sounds like a solid plan. Lawrence, you go back around. You will have to follow where the worm went. So you'll have to go back into that room and follow the secret passage to wherever it went.
Okay. That
Okay.
should be fine.
Are you trying to be quiet while you do all of this?
So quiet.
Okay, let's have a flight roll. Let's have the DC be 8.
That's a 20. That's not what I need the 20 on. That's a 9. 29.
Okay. Yeah, you are silent. In fact, you're so quiet. You're able to go in the room, go through the little secret passage, follow it all the way to, it seems to lead out to another part of this warehouse but it's on a different level. So it's like slightly lower, as if you're going into a basement, but there's no steps. So it's just a slide or a accessible place. This is probably where they will like take a lot of the larger items and put them on dollies and take them down to the cellar. So this is another area that goes back down there. And so as you come out and you're still following this trail, you can see the cats and the crates. And then you can even kind of see that corner where you were at with Eric. But you still have to keep going forward. So you go forward. It's quite dark down here, but you finally get into the main like large place or space on the other side of the basement where you guys came in. This space is supposed to be packed full of like backstock, but it is a lot of the backstock is broken. So there's like grain all over the floor. There's like sugar all over the floor, like all the good stuff that you need to make good alcohol. And unfortunately, what is also all over the floor are chunks of bodies that have yet to be digested. And you can see this creature tucked into the back. The walls and the floor and the ceiling are slimy, and the ceiling is dripping with that strange viscous mucus. And you can kind of see that Fatima is basically like cocooning herself.
Do I recognize any of the pieces of body?
Probably. Unfortunately, they are a lot of Fatima's crew. Her maid. You see her hand down here, clutching. It looks like there's clutching something in his final moments.
Is Kallie down here?
Based off of the pieces, you don't see any of her.
Well, that's good. Maybe. Probably.
But this room isn't huge, but it is bigger than the other room that had the dead rats. It's big enough to where you have to walk in to like really take scope of the room. But it's just one big box. So when you like kind of walk out, she will most likely be able to see you unless you're being really quiet or you're, I don't know, you have your belly to the ground.
Well, I kind of want her to see me and get her to chase me.
Okay, so you walk out.
Uh-huh.
All right. Do anything? Say anything?
In honor of Liv, I think I'd go out with my hands up and be like, now, Fatima, you know how fond Miss Liv is of you. Surely we can work something out.
Okay. She is going to attempt to run after you and eat you alive.
Time to run. Bye-bye.
Okay. So you are going to run. I'll say we'll just do one flight roll against flight roll. So it'll be her D20. Let's see what you got to beat. Got to beat an 18.
Okay, we can do that. It's only a 14, but I'll spend the adversity tokens to make it an 18.
Okay. Being in her lair and she still has the knife that Eric stuck into her. So she's quite irate. So she is on your heels, kind of like snapping at you as you run down the hallway, run up, and are you going to run directly into the warehouse?
Yeah.
Okay. As you run into the warehouse and she
makes me
runs
nervous.
after you, what's happening at this point, all 5 cats who are kind of just lounging around, they all their heads whip over, and the first thing they see is you. The second thing they see is Fatima. What do you want to do before I roll anything?
So like it as a warehouse, I imagine there's like shelves and things.
Yes.
I think Lawrence wants to be yelling on the way in so that Eric knows he's coming. And then when he hits the warehouse, he wants to scramble up a shelf and hopefully the cats will be distracted by the worm.
Okay.
And not him.
Okay. Eric, you hear Lawrence before you see him. Are you going to do anything?
Well, I'm gonna have gathered. I don't know. Another like. Was there like a knife? Maybe like. Did we go through like a kitchen area or no? Or like any sort of like.
Nope.
Okay. Just to gather some like liquor bottles, I guess, to like. To set something on fire if needed. And guns reloaded, and yeah, I mean, just standing by like where they had come in before. So,
okay. All right, Lawrence. With that high roll, you run into the middle, and I am going to need you to give a charm roll for them to kind of like recognize you. Especially since you're all covered in goo, you don't smell the same.
Right.
But this charm roll will basically be convincing them that you're not the problem, but the worm is the problem. So let's see how that goes. And we'll say the DC is going to be an 8.
Okay. That's reasonable. That's a 9.
Yes.
I won.
You run in, and they all turn and snap and look at you. And you just are lucky enough as you kind of run past them and jump on one of the shelves to see in their eyes that at first they were like, "What's this?" But then the goo that's on you is not strong enough to hide the scent that you're Lawrence. And to them, they obviously know that's Liv. So they are confused. They don't know where you came from and what's going on, but they know not to attack you.
I run past them yelling, "Good kitties!"
Now, these are fairly actually intelligent cats. However, Fatima is still Fatima. She doesn't look herself, but she still is her. So I'm going to go ahead and roll a charm for her to see if she can convince her own cats that she is not dangerous. Now, in this form, other than her eating people alive, she really doesn't have any other stats. So she kind of has a D4 for everything. And so I think to convince her own cats that she is still her, she's going to have to get a 4, and it's going to have to explode.
Oh,
let's see. She got a 2.
Tragic.
I will now roll for 5 cats. And I will roll their fight because they are humongous creatures, which are going to be D20s. Woot woot. And we're going to see if she survives being attacked by 5 cats.
Ugh.
Let's see. That's 4 and need one more. 5. Okay. So I'm going to roll her flight, and they are all going to have to try to beat that. Let's see. That's unfortunate. She rolls a 4. Okay.
Oh, no.
Let's see what the kitties roll. Wow. Okay. We have a 9. We have a 16. We have a 12. We have a 1. So one cat is still super confused. Not really sure. Not really sure what's going on. We'll say it's the one that's like been laying on the crate the whole time. Then and she's just kind of like, I'm not getting up. I don't know what's going on. But I'm not interested. Yeah. And then we got a nat 20. So that one is gonna re-roll. Got a 10. Okay. So yeah, they rip her apart quite viciously. And I'll even say they're smart enough to not like try to consume her flesh. They're just like mainly using their claws. It's hard to watch. There's a lot of viscous fluid happening as this happens. And the creature does unfortunately kind of scream, and it almost sounds like Fatima, but in time it kind of dies out as they basically shred her. And I will say also, because this has a lot of cats, what slumps out of her belly is indeed Kallie, unconscious, heavily burned by digestive juices.
Ugh.
and surrounded by large cats. And I think it's at this moment, as Eric, you kind of look at this scene, and Lawrence, you're on top of a shelf watching the scene. Betty and Cesar, you two find yourselves in a little room in the basement with a bunch of dead rats.
Cool. Keep heading up, trying to find Lawrence and Eric.
Yeah, move quietly as we can. Don't want to draw too much attention.
Stealth.
Yeah, you guys are able to move up. You go through the doors and you go up into the main club area. Cesar, you've already seen this massacre. Betty, you now see what's been going on here. However, Cesar, you are surprised to see that there are no bodies when you're pretty sure there should be a lot.
Yeah.
And neither of you see in front of you Lawrence or Eric, but you do hear, and it'd be difficult to not know what these are. You do hear cats, like the deep rumbling of cats, like roaring, and like a bunch of skittering as if they're like playing football back there, like in the back rooms.
Hey,
Well-
didn't Fatima have like cats, big cats or something?
Yeah, something like that. My guess is Lawrence is getting battered around real good right now.
Well, then I guess he's dead.
Probably. Should we go?
I guess. I mean, I'm not doing so hot, so it might not be a good idea to get involved with a bunch of cats.
Well, I don't know if we have much choice.
I suppose not.
As you guys walk around to like find this place, Eric and Lawrence, in this moment that you're like watching this scene, what's going on? What are you guys doing?
I think Eric just like sprints towards Callie's body.
Oh God. Can I open the door? Like the garage door?
Yeah, it's been flapping open this whole time. Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. Okay. Come here, kitties. You can come this way. Freedom. A couple
Okay.
of jaguars loose in the city can't possibly make things that much worse.
I'll say, since you had such a high roll, they'll just listen to you. So they will kind of follow you and then go out of the back.
Good cats.
Of course, this is when Betty and Cesar walk through the hallway and come to see this scene. The cats are gone. Lawrence is by the door. Eric is holding Kallie, and there is a shredded something on the ground and a lot of fluids.
Oh, nice of you to join us.
That's right.
You-
That
You
does
take the
not smell
scenic
pleasant.
route.
We had to deal with some rats.
The dead ones?
Nah, they weren't when they met us.
All right. Well, we should probably get Kallie back to the hospital. So are you ready to turn around and go back the way you came?
Eric, go make a brains roll as you're looking over Kallie.
All right.
Let's make the DC. It's kind of gonna be a bit difficult, actually. We're gonna have to make the DC 10.
That's a 1.
Oh, no.
He has many
You kind
things
of
to
look her
bring, not
over.
one.
She is. How do I say that? There's certain features on her that almost look melted. She's clearly been inside of the creature for a long time, and you can't sense a heartbeat or breath.
Pull out the hand. I'm just like clutching it and clutching her.
Oh,
Just crying.
oh.
Oh no.
Now, there's no time for that. Cesar, you're still probably the strongest amongst us, so I'm going to need you to pick up Miss Kallie, and we're going to hurry.
Oh, that mess is Kallie.
Well,
We weren't quick
well,
enough.
Rude.
All right. Yeah. One of you'll need to carry the axe. I don't think I can carry both at the same time.
I could carry the axe.
Let's see. Go ahead and make a grit check as you try to pick up the axe.
Oh, it's grit, not brawn. Bummer.
Nope.
Uh-oh.
Oh, I have a -1 to that.
Yeah, DC's gonna be 15.
Oh,
Oh, no.
that's not. It was a 2 -1, so a 1.
Mhm. Yeah, Cesar, you kind of let the axe kind of slam to the ground, and Betty comes over and takes a hand and tries to pick it up. It doesn't budge. Uses your other hand. It doesn't budge.
Well,
Well, I can try to carry both, but I wouldn't recommend it.
Well, Eric,
Yeah.
you've got
Yeah. What I mean I can carry her. It's fine.
well, somebody has to carry her, and somebody has to carry the axe, and we need to get moving.
Yeah,
Chop,
I
chop.
wouldn't recommend staying around here.
Cesar, as you are kind of standing there and Eric has told you what's going on with Kallie, go ahead and make a grit check. DC is going to be a 12.
12. What is my grit? That's my grit. That's not wonderful. Let's see what we roll. That's a 4.
You hear a voice in your head.
Oh, frick.
It's a young girl's voice. And she's just saying, I could save her. Give her.
Have I heard this voice before? This sounds familiar.
You vaguely remember in this moment when you were in the kind of whirlpool at Asphera's, you did at some point kind of commune with the creepy little girl in a liminal space.
Yeah, right, yeah.
This is her voice.
In my head, I'll think back. How so?
She's not going to say anything. She will just simply show you an image of your pin that's kind of in your chest.
I'll go over to Kallie then and get down on one knee and just see if anything happens yet as I get closer.
Are you accepting this help?
Yeah, she's helped me before. I'm still alive, so what I'm going to do at this point.
Are you going to tell Eric this?
Nah.
Okay. Eric, you just see Cesar kind of bend over Kallie for some reason. And can you roll a grit for Kallie?
Okay.
DC, well, nobody knows that. It's going to be a 12.
Damn. Highest die too. That's only a 2.
Dang it.
What?
You're not
have your
sure-
rolls been?
Yeah, they're awful.
Ugh.
You're not sure what just happened, but you are 100% sure 2 seconds ago you saw no signs of life, and now Kallie basically like begins to breathe quickly. She doesn't wake up, she's still unconscious, but she is definitely now alive.
What did you do?
I got friends in strange places, it seems.
Okay. Is she gonna be okay?
As far as I can tell.
I mean,
You
as
hear
okay
a-
as any of us are gonna be.
Cesar, in your head, you hear a light giggle of a little girl.
Yeah, she'll be fine. Although we'd still probably better get her to the hospital.
All right. You all make the trek back to the hospital. As soon as you get there, the city is still quiet. It is now mid-afternoon or mid-morning. You guys are all exhausted. I think Cesar, amongst all of you, is the only person that's actually gotten any sleep in the last 24 hours, and that's because he was passed out. So when you guys get back, you are able to like get Kallie in the back, and she's gets seen.
I give them the
say that-
hand. Eric gives
Well-
the doctor the hand.
Oh, she looks at it and looks at you, and she's like, well, okay, well, I'll take it, but no promise.
Eric like points to like the stump and like points to the hand. Is like, yes.
Yeah, we're gonna focus on the whole thing, and then maybe we'll give it a shot, and they'll kind of wheel her back. I will also say that
she
Liv.
really liked her hand. Yeah, she probably would want that.
Yeah.
I'll also say that Liv has stabilized, and so you guys get word that she is recovering, so she is also out of like immediate danger. The doctor does tell you that unfortunately something happened with her eyes, and she won't ever be able to see again.
Gasp!
Oh, she's going to be devastated by that.
That's unfortunate to hear.
But she is alive. Cesar is well, and Kallie goes in the back to get treatment. As you were all kind of like sitting, trying to figure out what to do next as you wait for Kallie to recover, at this point you hear the crackle of your radio, and you hear Gerald's voice. Hey, losers.
Hello?
Been trying to get a hold of you guys for like an hour.
We kind of been underground.
Yeah, we'll get your ass over to the Trash City.
Trash City.
Geraldine's. It's a different name for it, but I just call it Trash City because it's freaking made of trash. It looks ridiculous over here.
Weren't we just there?
Well, we
Well, Lawrence and Eric were.
probably should have mentioned that. It's not. You've seen the state of it now, I assume.
Yeah, it's completely destroyed.
Yeah, I think the Rousseau's doing.
Yeah, you're telling me, but you haven't even heard the worst bit. And you kind of hear him, you kind of hear some shuffling, and it sounds like he's moving. He's like, look, I don't have time to talk now, but if you're not headed over here in the next couple of hours, all hell's gonna break loose.
Cool. Yeah,
Alright.
yeah.
Well, that's wonderful.
It can get worse.
Right.
It can always get worse, my dear.
I thought hell already broke loose. There was a giant worm that was Fatima.
A what?
We've just
That
punched
swallowed
through layers
Lawrence.
like 2 and 3. I think we still got a few more
And
layers to go.
Kallie. Are you sure? What layer of hell is the giant worm thing?
Or the rat people that we had to fight.
I don't know. I haven't read it.
Or the unkillable with bullets men?
Well, you know what they say. Hell is other people.
Yeah.
You're
Well,
so
glad
wise,
you guys are
Lawrence.
laughing. You guys again hear some shuffling, and then he just goes, oh, okay. Yeah, we're going around. All right. Look, I gotta go. If you don't hear from me again, just take care of the city.
Well, hold on. Tell us what's the problem? If you're going to die, we should know.
Before he's able to respond, you all hear in the background a familiar voice. Raymond is basically telling Gerald to hurry the hell up.
Mm.
And that is the
Oh
last.
my god! You
and
found
that
Raymond?
is- that is the last transmission you hear from Gerald.
Son of a bitch! These things don't work at all.
We're not getting any downtime, are we? Okay.
No, but at least Raymond's alive and seems to be doing well.
At
I
least
don't know how he managed that.
he's slippery. He's good at getting out tight spaces.
As you guys have these conversations, other Seamus reappears. I'll say that he wasn't with Seamus. He didn't try to find him. He's coming in through the front door, and he's like, "Oh, hey friends, how are we doing? I have good news." And he kind of like waits, for dramatic effect.
Would you like a drum roll or something?
That would actually be wonderful. Thank you.
Who
I
is
take
this
out
guy?
my knives and just tap them on the table.
Yeah. And as you hit the crescendo, he goes, "The Russos are dead. Yay."
Oh, good.
What?
Does that mean that the bullet-taking minions are also dead?
He has a big smile on his face, and then it kind of like falters a little bit, and he goes, "No." Huh.
Did they kill the Russos?
I don't actually have any details. I was just saying, "Hey, they're dead, yay," because we don't like them.
It's not super helpful. The Russos really would have been the least of our problems right now, to be honest. So
Well,
Well,
we do appreciate your enthusiasm at the death of our enemies, though.
did they
Keep that up.
turn into giant worm people?
Oh no.
I don't think so. Are
Okay.
people turning into worm
How-
people?
How do you know that they're dead?
Well, because you can see their heads on spikes up north. Have you not been by
Oh,
the Russo territory?
We've been a bit
Just-
busy.
Cool. They're just out on spikes. Their heads are out on spikes.
Yeah, there's a bit of a revolution with some of the people who are outside. I guess somebody talked to them and got them all riled up, and then they went on basically like a witch hunt. Ran up there and dragged them out. Unfortunately, it doesn't seem to have stopped anything. So
So the city is still burning.
does look that way, yes. But the Russos are dead. Yay.
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 We'll take
Wait,
whatever
so it-
small victory we can get.
The wise men, it was just the populace that did this?
That
Yeah.
seems unlikely. Who are you again?
Not Seamus.
This is other Seamus.
Name Seamus. Oh, Cesar. So nice to meet you. I thought you were dead, but it's great that you're not.
I want to size this guy up. How shady is this guy? This guy
So
gives
above
big
board?
shady vibes.
Sure. What do you want to? I mean, you could do brains, or you could do charm.
This man lying to us. Is this man lying to us?
I mean, let's say a brains DC 8.
All right, let's wing it a prayer. A 3. I'm gonna +1 that with an adversity token to make it a 4, so it explodes, and then we'll see what happens.
Okay.
A 2. I want this. I'm gonna spend 2 more to make it an 8, just so I can match it.
Oh, then you explode again.
You're right. I do. What is it? 11 total.
Okay. He certainly has a wild look in his eye, but it doesn't seem like that wildness is malicious. He is kind of telling you what he saw, like what he saw through his eyes. And that to him is reality.
All right. Well then, Seamus, thank you for the information.
You're very welcome.
It's not remotely helpful.
I try. Well, I should check on Seamus.
Yeah, you do that.
He'll walk into the back and kind of leave you all in the front area to discuss what to do next. I think at this point, you can try to wake up Liv since she is back in recovery. She's still like sleeping. But it's going to probably take about 2 hours for Kallie to get back up and running.
Seems like we're in a hurry. If we could get Ray, we could meet back up here and get everyone together.
Yeah, but also he said that all hell was about to break loose. So don't we need all of our people at once?
Yeah, but we're not going to have all our people. Callie's a blob of corpse and Liv's blind, so that doesn't leave us much right now. At least
Could we leave him a note?
Just tell Seamus to go tell him we're
Liv
gone.
will have trouble reading a note.
Oh. Oh. That's really sad.
And
I think Cesar, go ahead and make me another grit roll.
Okay.
DC's gonna be a 12.
Okay.
Actually, no, because you said yes last time, so it's actually a 15.
Oh my god.
Let's go. I rolled a 6.
Woof.
You know, at this point, magic is real and I'm here for it.
Yeah.
Caesar is
I
on board.
mean, if anything, you know something for sure. Whatever is going on with you and this voice, it does save people. It could maybe do more. It could maybe do whatever you want it to do.
That's the impression I get.
It's the impression you get, and you also get an urge to test this theory out.
I kind of want to test it on myself first, since I'm very hurt. I kind of want to see if I can fix that.
Okay. How would you want to do that, or how do you think you'd want to do that?
I think I would start to head just to check on Liv. And as we're walking, I'd think this over. And and I just want to try and soothe away some of the pains in my side. Just at first, just seeing if I can ease some of the pain. Maybe loosen some of the stiffness in my muscles. Try and make myself more action ready.
Okay. Are you going to, what is everybody else doing as you all see Cesar walk off to check on Liv?
Follow him.
You'll all go?
Lawrence would also like to check on Liv.
Okay. Anyone else?
I mean, I guess Eric doesn't have anything better to do. He's waiting.
Can I try to get some medical attention for my major wound?
Yeah, you can go in the back and, hassle a doctor to help you while they're trying to do stuff with other patients.
Ooh, what about the nice old lady who's crazy? I liked her.
Yes, you can find that doctor. She's in the back, just helping.
I just need you to wrap it up real good if you could, and maybe like make it numb so I can still throw my knives.
She is kind of like, she has just gotten out of surgery and she just kind of nods at you. Yeah, okay. As she goes and gets you some gauze and some other stuff, and she'll wrap you up. Lawrence and Cesar, you guys walk over to Liv to kind of look her over. As you're walking over there, Lawrence, go ahead and give me a brains roll as you watch Cesar walk over to Liv, and you walk over to Liv as well. DC is going to be it's kind of obvious. DC is going to be a 4.
Okay. Obvious it may be, but that's a 2.
You know Cesar is strong, and he's bounced back very easily. However, you have also kind of seen him taking probably the worst beating he's taken in a long time. And so you are impressed that in between walking from the main lobby to Liv's bedside, he basically looks like he hasn't had any wound all day. And Cesar, you no longer have a major wound.
I just, as I get to Liv's room, I do the whole rotate my arm, just check for mobility, check my other muscles just to see how things are feeling, and everything's feeling good.
Feels great.
Huh. Well, all right then. Isn't that neat?
You both look down at Liv. Her face has gauze over the eyes, and she seems to be soundly sleeping. And Cesar, you hear that voice again. Might as well spread.
In for a penny, in for a pound, they say. I'll take Liv by the hand and just see what happens.
Liv, you are awake. And unlike Kallie, you're not in any type of limbo. So you can make your grit check. And the DC will be a little bit lower. DC will be 6.
That's possible. Oh, am I still at a -2 though?
Oh, yes, I think you are.
Oh no. Oh no. Well, I rolled a 2, but I have a -2.
Welcome to the fold.
Oh no.
You're kind of half asleep. Let's say you're dreaming of something nice. And the dream, it almost feels like the dream gets eaten up like tape. as you're having the dream, and everything just kind of turns white. And you kind of feel a tingling sensation coming from your hand, and then it kind of moves up to the rest of your body. And you wake up screaming in pain as you feel basically your eyes reforming in the sockets in your head.
Oh.
And you are crying blood as this happens. Cesar and Betty, you two, or Cesar and Lawrence, you two just see Bliv kind of shoot out of bed, like shoot up, screaming, holding her eyes as blood drips down, and the doctors run in and like kind of push you guys away to try to help her.
Oh, no, Miss Viv, everything's fine. Just deep breaths. The doctors are here to help.
The doctors kind of push you all out as they try to help her. And Cesar, you once again hear just a light giggle. And that's where we'll end for the day.
Ah!
Damn.
Demon child.
I'm a prophet of the demon child.
No, you're mispronouncing it. You're mispronouncing child. It's Kyle.
Oh, Kyle.
Excuse me.
Child, the child, yeah.
Child. The child. All right. Well, thank you, players, for playing. Thank you, audience, for listening. And we will see what happens next time on X Marks the Spot. Great game, everybody. See you then.
Goodbye, world.
Bye.
Thank you all for listening to the Agent Journey podcast. We hope you are enjoying the campaign. Don't forget, you can listen to our podcast on our podcast website, Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Spotify, Amazon Music, and YouTube. Lists will be in the description below. Don't forget to follow and subscribe. You can support the podcast on Patreon or join our Discord. Enjoy the journey.